Good morning, traders, and welcome to Framework Fortune, and welcome back, you amazing Framework Fortune community. I'm your host, Ben, and it's time for some live day trading. And I am already in Sky here. If you were in HH Traders chat at Market Open, I was calling Sky out over there as it bounced off of this uptrend. Had this nice uptrend, and it was holding right on the uptrend. So as soon as I started seeing it holding, I got in there. So we'll see if it can break. It does have this little downtrend at the moment, but as long as it's staying above 16, I'm willing to hold, and I think we can see it break out some more because this is off a little volume. It's not a whole ton of volume yet, but you can see it is testing that downtrend right now for a second time this morning. Just needs to break 1650 and it can go. Let's see, the 10-day on the 15-minute is above my entry, so I've got plenty of wiggle room right now to hold this. Why isn't it showing my buy on there? What's going on with that? Where are you at? What am I looking for here? I was looking for my settings to put the buy order, or to show the buy order, but for some reason, let me see if it's in this settings. Oh, it is in this settings. Yeah, my show trades is on. Why is it not showing that? Huh. Oh well, whatever. Not sure why it's not showing where I bought at, but you can see it over here. My average price is $15.43. And we're testing 16 at the moment, still able to hold up. And we may get rejected here and have to have that pullback to the 10-day. Possibly, though. And it's still at 16.25, so it's only 25 cents away from the breakout. Of course, INDO getting a pop at market open. Oil had made a pretty big pullback. Well, not a, considering how high it was at 115, it had a pullback to 105, but this pullback is not, that major of a pullback considering how much oil has been running. So, I mean, up at 116, 115, that of course would be expected as some resistance. Let's see, INDO still possibly pulling back. The SPY keeps trying to test 440, but I do not think it is going to break it. Although it is trying right now. And DWAC, actually DWAC's looking pretty decent here too. If DWAC can re-break over 100, which here it comes up to 99 right now, these tips. But if DWAC breaks 100 again, that could start running. Tried to break 100 yesterday, was unable to, but getting very close to another test of it. And there goes over 99. 99.50. 99.50 getting taken out. So you can see where it's going to run into that resistance, but 99 so far holding that support. If 99 can continue to hold, so it looks like it might try to. Yeah, look at that. SPY getting rejected off the downtrend. Very close to cracking below this 10-day. SPY drops below 439. We're coming down. Down, down, down. So Sky, you're alright. Still holding above that 16 area. IMMP, another oil play. That one has been ripping. You got a pretty clear uptrend on IMPP. And there's uptrend right there. You know, uptrending with oil. Those plays are on the scanner. IMPP needs to break 250. Strong resistance at 250. Nothing on those scanners. CTIC, that's starting to pop a little bit. Just hit a new high a day. GGPI, that had a little rip, not a big rip. Arlo had a nice pop at market open. But I'm gonna stay on Sky here. Look for this breakout. And we're starting to get a little buy-in, pushing it up now. Nope, another rejection. Oops. Good morning. John F., you were in INDO at what? 23.96. Ooh, bud, you bought it a little high. You know, you bought right here at this pivot point. So be careful with it. It is up high. You do have the 10-day at 21. Let's see. Here's your uptrend. See, the uptrend is still back down at 20.44, but 25 is your main resistance. So you basically are looking at the sloping channel. As long as it's in this sloping channel moving upwards towards 25, it's fine. So right now you're going to get a test. But where you got in at was so high up on this, holding down for this test, you're already down $100. And you gotta keep in mind the overall market. Look at the SPY starting to dump. You know, the SPY just starts dumping, it's gonna ruin every single play if it starts dumping too hard. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, Sky just doing his thing. Let's see if it can bounce off of the 10-day. It's getting some buying off the 10-day. Not very much. 21 cracking, which is where the 10-day is. See if it holds. Okay, buyer's trying to hold 21. So it's pulling all the way back to that trend line. So 21 is holding up. If it continue to hold up, it'll be okay. It does have to break this immediate short-term downtrend that we have. Now that I've drawn those lines right there, you can see, you know, this is a pivot candle. The thing shot up and then started getting rejected at 25. When the trend line's way down here, you want to be in on the trend line or close to the trend line, not way up off of the trend line, because then you're going to risk this happening where you're kind of in a bad position, because although this could hold up, it just as easily could continue to dump off because INDO's been running since, what was that, last week or this beginning of this week? So you never want to buy at the top like that. You always want to try to get near the support. And that's what I did on Sky, and I'm comfortable holding it. You know, there's the uptrend on Sky like we just drew on INDO, but I bought right here. Now they're working. Why was those not working earlier? But I bought right here, right as it confirmed the uptrend. You know, I could have waited and tried to buy up here, but then that same thing would be happening to me where it's not breaking out and I'm holding, you know, all the way down in the red like that, looking for it to bounce. I like that Sky crack 16. See, at the point where I got it, well, let's see, actually. Trend line's at 15. Pin day is at 1548. Yeah, so INDO so far trying to hold that 10 day. So when it breaks this downtrend, you'll be back okay again. But, you know, the good thing is it's not running by itself. INDO is an oil play. So you can see oil is pushing back up after that big sell-off where it hit 115. So you can keep an eye on oil for INDO as well, because if oil's pushing up, IND's going to push up INDO. No problem, my friend. 2150 starting to hold up. So like I said, you may be okay. It's just not a great entry. Ooh, Sky really coming down to 1520. Testing 15 right now. Sky can't hold 15, which is the trend line. I'm going to be getting out. Let's see what's the bottom there. 1470. Okay, there's a little buying coming in off of there. It really wasn't much selling though in volume, just a little bit of selling to drop it like that. Mm, trying to decide if I'm going to put a stop loss under this trend line. But yesterday, see, I got a problem with Sky because yesterday I was in it and then got shook out right before it broke out big. So yeah, right there you can see it, the trade from yesterday, getting in at 14.15, and then it cracked just a little bit, and I missed that whole entire run. So I kind of have a mental battle going on with this stock, and I can't allow it to get the best of me and take a big loss or anything. I got to stay, very neutral on this play. Just because it's staying above the uptrend for now doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to stay above it the whole time. See, INDO, did you break that downtrend yet? No, not quite yet, but it did throw some push up there. Oh, how am I in 2 15-minute charts? Never mind. It didn't throw a push up there. It's still in the downtrend. Where's everybody at today? I'm early. Everybody expects me to start streaming it at 9:30, 9:45. Come on at 9, and it's only me and you, John. they'll all start flooding in here in about 15 more minutes when they realize that I've already went live today. Throwing a curveball. John, you passed the test. Everybody else failed miserably. See, DWAC back over 99. So that's going to probably try to test 100 again. It got up to 99.74. So there it goes, starting to hold 99 again. This is a little ways off that 10-day moving average on the 15. So if it doesn't break 100, I would say it's going to come back down. Let's see, Sky. Okay, Sky, look at that. Look at that. Bounced that little wick down to 15, and buyers pushed it straight back up. That's exactly what I want to see. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Stay bullish. Actually, let me look at Sky on the daily chart real quick. Oh, yeah, no, that's great. The Sky had that big run yesterday, but gave all of its gains back. And today, on the daily chart, we've already pushed up, above this previous body from yesterday, that 1550 area. SPY still dumping. See where INDO is having trouble at 2150, which is the same place as the downtrend. So break at 2150 here. Indo could come back alive. But if it doesn't start coming back alive here soon, See, what is oil doing? Yeah, oil's still trying to rebound. I'd say if we see oil break 115, we'll probably see INDO go nuts, but that'll depend on if oil starts going real crazy again or not. Remember, my projection is $150 a barrel of oil, and we ain't that far away. So there it goes, starting to break over 21.50 again. See Sky back up. I'm trying to get back up there. Are you gonna get it? It looks like Sky may be about to push again. Got a little resistance at 21.75. A lot of indecision on this candle at the moment. It's about to close. A minute till it closes. DWAC very close to trying to test that 100. Sky back up, what, 1566 with an ask at 1580. Good morning, Lori. What's up, Josie? You got beat up this morning? The future's a little wild. All the markets are a little wild right now. A lot of investors just hanging on to the edge of their seats. What's going to happen? The U.S. dollar is still strengthening, which is very concerning. Oh, this is very close to cracking. There's a whole 21. That is very wise. Very wise information from Josie there. There's 3 trades. You just sit it down for the day. Exactly. Sometimes you got to take a break. You don't want to keep trading and be revenge trading and blow your account up. You get frustrated or whatever. Take a break. Stock market will be alright. It ain't going nowhere. At least for now. You can see where Indo's really getting held up on that downtrend. Sky just needs to break back over 16. That'll be good. Looks like the test of 100 is happening on DWAC. gonna break or are you gonna get stuck here? Hmm. Let's keep an eye on oil here. See, silver's been holding over 25 pretty much all week. Real estate market did break its downtrend, but is the 200 day ahead of it on this 2 hour chart I'm looking at? Hmm. So this is why I don't think the SPY is going to break out today. It's running into the 200, which is above 440. The downtrend at 443. It's already been getting rejected there. We rebounded pretty much straight up from this drop to 412. So it really doesn't look like we'll get much of a break there. Back down to 1545 here on Sky. INDO still hanging in there. Was close to dropping again, but actually just broke the downtrend. Trying to get back up to 22. SPY's eating it. Oh yeah, INDO starting to look pretty good here for another possible push up. And real quick, guys, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back. So INDO still not able to rebound yet. Got rejected at 22. Still holding the trend line, but still sketchy. And then I play Sky here, testing the trend line right at this moment. I'm going to keep an eye on Sky. But INDO having some issues. Let's see here. Cup and handle on DWAC. Oh, is Jerome talking right now? Is that what's going on? Oh, boy. What is Jerome saying? You go. They click on the SPY and read. Because if he's talking and the stock market's dropping, restoring price stability is the single most important thing. The problem we're facing is high inflation. Really? You don't say. You don't say. If only there would have been some people out there calling that all that money printing was going to cause high inflation. Oh my God. Fed president said it could be very well that interest rates need to move above long-run neutral to tame inflation. UE seeks to suspend Russia's most favored nation status at World Trade Organization. It could be, let's see, where else are we at? Manufacturing PMI is down a little bit. Durable goods are the same. Factory orders are up, which makes somewhat sense. Semi-annual monetary policy report to Congress. Oh, so that's what we're watching. Says it is in this very sensitive time. It's important to be careful. Says we don't want to add uncertainty. We've only been quantitative easing since 2008 and increasing the money supply. You know, the definition of inflation. But, yeah. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful now, Feds. You can't add anything to it. Ooh, INDO still having some issues. And it's mainly because that SPY is just coming down because, you know, maybe it looks like some people are maybe eating up what Jerome Powell's saying right now, but I think a lot of people are to the point where they don't care what Jerome Powell has to say. But in the meantime, Sky is breaking out of this downtrend. Let's see if it can get over 16 and start moving. Actually needs to break 1650. So even if we do break 16 here and break over the downtrend, we're going to run into 1650, but it should be pretty bullish at that point to break 1650. We shall see. Let's see, Austin, you made 20% trade this morning on TNXP. Nice job. Well, I wouldn't even worry about the Indo play because you made some profits, man. You know, who cares what Indo did? You were in TNXP making a little 20% gain. Man, that's good stuff. And again, how profitable have you been this week, man? I've seen you post a lot of green trades this week. So adding that TNXP win on top of those wins is nice, right? You ain't got to worry about INDO. Yeah, hard rejection off of 100 there on DWAC. So now DWAC has got a downtrend that is confirmed. Oh, and INDO bouncing again. Still not giving up. Coming back up to 22. So it's still hanging in there. Sneaky bugger. Hey, don't worry about it, Sicilian. It's 9:30, man. This is a good time to trade. It doesn't matter if you just woke up. You didn't miss anything. You know, there's one little pop on a couple of plays, but at the beginning of the market open, but everything seems to have relaxed a little bit here now that Jerome Powell is vomiting on TV in front of everybody. All right, Sky, you got to get this break. You know, the ask is over 16, but we don't have any bids at 16 yet, so we need to see those bids move on up to 16. Got a minute on this 5-minute candle left. Actually, we got 20 seconds on this candle. INDO. Needs to break 22 here real soon. So that candle did open up above the downtrend. Let's see if it starts pushing or not. I would say you're probably right, trading ever after. That's what I was talking about for you guys joined the stream was DWAC testing 100 yesterday, testing it again today. As long as it's staying above 98, I think it'll test 100 again. See, so we did just get a buy at 16, but that was it. Just one buy so far. There's not even that much selling at 16 sitting on the ask. We just need buying to come in. Just like yesterday when it was acting all stupid and slow at the beginning of the day, and I kept holding and holding and holding. That may be the case again today. Oh yeah, look at that SPY. Look at that SPY. Very close to pushing down below 437. And testing 437. Cracking 437. And we're just going to keep dumping here, it looks like. Ethereum and Bitcoin getting a little hit right at the moment. So we did just get rejected off of 16 again, coming back under the downtrend at SPY dropping and starting to yank plays down. Can you hang in there, little guy? Yeah. INDO was not affected at all, really, by that little pullback. On the SPY. Yeah, SPY's still dropping. Oh, there you go. INDO breaking back over 22. You're probably going to get this run up to 25 here. Little resistance at 22.50. Oh, buyers push that back up on Sky. Oof. This pullback is happening in the crypto market as well right now. Ethereum was testing 3,000 yesterday. It's now back down to 28.35, and Bitcoin was testing 45,000. Bitcoin's down to 43. Ugh, look at this, man. This thing is just still. Okay. Get this break here. Looks like we may be about to have this break on SKYH, so I'm gonna get ready for it. I'm gonna get in upward sitting position and get my laser focus on. Where's my laser focus? Got a break over at 16. Looks like I'm praying for this play to work. Oh, please. SEC. Just let my stock be. Now I went from praying and singing. What's going on here? Alright, DWAC, you were, or not DWAC, but Sky, you were so close. Just break that 16. It was a good, strong break. INDO around 22.40. Alright, testing 16. Still no. Well, we got a couple of orders at 16, but still not a lot. It's showing that there's only 200 shares of orders left at 16. So it's not very much. Come on. There's another order on 16. There we go. Bid moving on up to 1580. Come on. So close. Spot looks like it might have found a bottom for now. Damn, everything's moving so slow. INDO starting to Build a little support at that 97 area. Mm-hmm. INDO testing 2250. Blue SPY about to crack 436. Look at that. They ain't believing. They ain't believing Jerome Powell anymore. Federal. What did that say? Where'd you go? There we go. Fed says it'll effectively use its tools and bring down inflation. The only tools they got is raising interest rates. And that is going to take some real raising of rates. They ain't ready for that reality of the stock market crashing if they raise rates. I mean, the thing's already not holding up very good. INDO up to 2279. You want to see it keep pushing up here, because if it gets stopped right here at that 23, then we'll come back down the trend line. We'll start making that little triangle. That's not the right play. There it is. Hexo 625. Hexo, I think, is a cannabis play. If I remember correctly, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong stock though. Let's pull up Hexo and see. Oh, Tilray is making a partnership with Hexo. There's definitely one to keep an eye on. I don't think it's going to blow anymore today. It looks like it's pretty much done. And just on the daily chart, stuck between the 10-day and the 50-day. So it's got to pop over that 50-day at 75 cents to even start moving up again. All right, give me just a second, guys. What's up, Orlando? Good morning, Donnell. Oh, what we got going on there? There we go. SPY trying to hold above 435. 435 has been pretty good support for the SPY. So I definitely could see it holding at 435. At least for a little while. INDO over 23. Let's see if there's anything's set up any plays. IMMP still uptrending. Lot of selling pressure though. That 250 area. Let me look back at oil real quick. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see oil, that green candle we had, pulling a wick back up. This has got to re-break 250. INDO. Testing that trend line. Looks like it is going to get above it. And that would mean that the trend is a little bit, the overhead trend is a little bit higher than 25. And there's a pop starting to happen. You like an IMP? Yeah, just remember, now that we're above 100 on oil, it's probably going to be a little choppy for a couple of days. Like we saw the chop this morning where it shot up and it dropped back down, $4 or $5. Let me pop back over into this 15-minute chart. Yeah, looks good on the 15-minute. DWAC getting a little bounce off of the 10-day on the 15-minute, but not a lot of buy-in coming in to really move it up. Alright, Sky, you're doing the same thing you was yesterday. You're just going sideways, being real quiet. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. So, Fridays are always a little crazy. Let's see, ISPOW, this one just started popping up. So that means ISPO must be running if ISPOW is running. No. Well, it's weird. Why is the warrant running but not the actual stock? That's not normal. The warrant's up. Warrant's up quite a bit. Huh. Could be because that warrant's super cheap. I mean, it's held over $50, so the warrant was down at $3. It was a little bit quite a bit of a difference in price. Okay, let's see. Had a little pop. CTIC running in the $4. Running into some resistance at 23 on Endo. Oh, damn, the SPY is close to cracking 435 now, all the way down to 435. Let's see, what is this, what is he saying now? Oh, boy. We need strong regulatory regime for crypto. My brain ain't working today. Resume. Did you put your resume in, Fat Job? Is that Southern coming out? But no, we don't. We don't need a strong regulatory regime for crypto. You need to go to hell, Jerome Powell. That's what you need to do. Resume. He have his navy blue shirt. It was a little hairy, man. It's got my dog hair all over it, man. I can't keep these dogs from shedding, especially right now with it becoming spring. They're losing their damn winter coats, and we're cracking 435 right now. This is getting ugly. Let's see if it's gonna hold or not. I thought it was gonna hold for us at least for a few minutes, but you can see 435 is starting to act as resistance a little bit. If it don't pop right back above 435, we're going down more. Oh, there we go. Dropping a little more. Now, be very careful. If the SPY keeps dropping like this, no matter what the plays are and how good the plays look, money's going to come out of this market. And it seems that people are not buying the BS that Jerome Powell is talking this time. People are really finally figuring it out. Well, that 435 is trying to hold. Oh, does pigeon feathers, the pigeon shed their feathers? I don't know. I've never owned a bird, so I have no idea. That's one of those things I'm not even going to pretend to know about because I don't know how you do it. And birds be chirping and making noises all the time. You guys already hear Sam all the time in the live streams. Imagine if I had a bird. That Daniel B, if you want to torture me, you just get a parakeet or something and teach it to say the things you say and then send me that bird and that'll be enough torture. You ain't gotta torture me on the live streams. You could just torture me with that bird just saying Daniel B things all the time. Crypto's tulips. Crypto's tulips. She's generally quiet except for the minutes when she talks to us. Oh, every time. So it's the same as a dog then. They shed just like a dog, except for instead, I guess, hair, it's feathers. Did not realize that. That's pretty cool. That's new information about birds. Pet birds, anyway. Or at least pigeons. I wonder if bats shed. Anybody ever thought of that? Anybody ever looked at a bat to see if it sheds? Can you imagine if a bat lost all that little patch of hair on its back and it was just a bald ass bat flying around? God, that'd be horrifying. Look at that naked bat. What happened? Watch out for the naked flying bats. It's like the drop bears in Australia. Gotta watch out for them drop bears, man. Come down on you in them trees. That's why they got the name drop bear. She sheds feathers twice a year. That's like, I guess that's not too terrible. The dogs kind of shed seemingly 4 times a year. 435 still not able to hold very well on the SPY. It's trying, but see, it keeps getting pushed back down and testing that 435. Okay, there's buyers trying to hold it up right now. See how Sky doing. Sky. Alright, still holding that 10-day. 15-minute. IMDO trying to push back up. If we can get over 23.75, the tops of these two bodies, we can see it on up to 25. Let's keep eyeing the SPY here. Let's see if it's going to crack. It looks like it's very close to cracking 435. It is having such a hard time holding up that area. Look, I called it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew Jerome Powell and all them were talking crazy. Look at that. Fed Chair Powell reiterates he will support a 0.25-cent rate hike during the March Fed meeting. So he's going for a 1/4 point rate hike. That is not going to offset inflation being at 15%. They can keep saying it's 7.5%, but they were saying it was 2% when it was 5%. So lying out their mouths anyway. But I there was no possible way that when everybody was saying that they were going to raise interest rates like multiple points, that would crash the stock market automatically. So all they can do, that right there, this is exactly what I've been talking about. The Feds do not have any options. If all they can do, he's talking a big game. We're going to effectively use our tools to bring down inflation. We need, all of that stuff he's talking. And then he goes, we're going to do a 1/4 point rate hike. A 1/4 point? A 1/4 point? That's all you're going to do? Yep, that's all you're going to do because you can't do anything else. You think that quarter, why would it push the market back up? Why would any raise of interest push the market up? Remember, this is all inflated money. A raise in interest rates. Here's the problem. That the interest rates include our national debt. So that's why I knew they were not going to push it up. They're not going to do interest rate hikes, but up to 1/4%. Because we don't have any money. We're already not paying our interest payments on the debt that we have. And a 1/4% raise is not going to do anything to pay that debt off whatsoever. It's just all show. Just Jerome Powell trying to show something that he was he's trying to do something. But as we've seen since the beginning of all this, they have not been able to do anything. They say they're doing stuff and they can't. This is their mess that they've made from quantitative easing since 2008. It was the same thing I've been talking about nonstop for 2 years, and we've seen it play out. All the way through this whole entire year so far, it's been playing out exactly how I thought, but not because I'm some super genius, because the shit is obvious. When you owe that much debt that you can't even pay the interest payments, no matter if you're a business, a personal, it's a personal account, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's no different than the government's debt. And people love to argue that macro and micro economics are not the same thing, but that's the dumbest argument ever, because they are the same thing. It's just bigger amounts of money. That's why it's macro. But you can't run a business if you're only paying interest rates off of your debt. It's not sustainable. You can't keep your credit good if you're only paying interest on your credit cards. That's not sustainable. And a quarter raise in interest rates are not going to, it's not even still going to touch the debt. We're still just going to be paying off interest. But they can't raise it any more than that because then the market would crash, and they know that. This market is on thin ice right now. Very thin ice. The thinnest of the ice that we have seen yet. Nice job, Sicilian. You hope the SPY drops to 5. It's probably not going to drop to 5, but we'll probably see it possibly below 400s if it can't hold 435 here. Another thing is too, you can see my account info a little bit. Okay, let me look here. Oh, what am I on? No? What? There was an update on OBS. I probably need to check and make sure all my settings are not screwed up, because that's what happened last time, was they updated it and it screwed my settings up. Let me look real quick. Make sure. No, everything's still fine, so that's good. That's why I'm not seeing any error messages. Thank you, Sicilian, for pointing that out. I'm not sure what happened. Whoops. Boop. Boop. Right there. There we go. SPY still trying to hold, and Sky is coming back up to 16 again. Look at this. Look at how the SPY is getting rejected off of 435 right now. 435 is acting as resistance. And if it can't get back above here, if we don't doji on this 15-minute chart. Just look at the 15-minute candles, or the 15-minute volume bars on the SPY. It's been nothing but red all morning. Yikes. I bet this market watch looks terrible. Yeah, pretty bad. Not as bright red as I would think though, with the SPY being down like it is. Okay. Okay, Sky. You're hanging in there. Still riding right up that trend line on Sky, just like yesterday. I mean, this is almost, we had that pre-market, or not pre-market, but market open pop, and then we just went sideways right along the damn uptrend all day before Sky ripped. So again, we're seeing that same pop. Not quite, well, not quite as big as that pop, but having a little sell-off, and then we just been going sideways. So I'm trying to keep holding this, because yesterday I got shook out of this play, and I was in at 14.15, and the thing ran at 21. That was a $7 possible play. Of course, I probably would have sold it. Probably would have sold it like right in here, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what I would have done, because I didn't do it. So hard to say. If we can just get back over 16. Ooh, SPY does not look like it's going to hold here. Powell says over the course of this year, we'll raise rates and allow the balance sheet to shrink. That y'all gonna shrink that balance sheet with a 0.25% raise? Oh boy. Very low rates no longer appropriate for economy. Fed rates rise. What do you say? Fed rate rises will be driven by how inflation comes in. Oh, now you want to raise, now you're saying the right thing. Except for the problem is we should have never had low rates in the first place. They should have raised rates in the first place. Gonna allow the balance sheet to shrink. You ain't doing nothing. Stop talking crazy. You're gonna shrink that balance sheet. I mean, clearly nobody's believing what Jerome Powell's saying right now. Or they're believing that he's going to raise interest rates. And even that, if a 0.25% interest rate is doing this, if that's what is causing this sell-off right now, then just imagine what a 1 point interest rate would do. Because, I mean, I don't know for sure if that's why the market's selling off. I would assume, Jerome Powell's talking about raising rates, and like I said, them raising rates is impending doom for the stock market. It's going to be quite an interesting year. I'll redraw my drawing. I think I got a little screwed up there. Oops. Eh. Look at the EMAs on the 15-minute. I didn't even notice the EMAs were where they need to be. Let me look at this hour chart. So we got 45 minutes. This hour candle and 16. It's got to break above 16. That's just all there is to it. You can see it on every time frame. 16 is the resistance right now. Very nice, Orlando. Orlando with another profitable day. So Sicilian, Orlando, you guys all killing it. INDO is coming back up. Trying to test 24 right now. Got some resistance at 24 where it was congestion through here. And of course 25. Next resistance and 26, the top of the overhead trend. I can take this little guy out here. IMMP still slowly climbing up. Let's take a look real quick at the futures and see how Jerome Powell's speech is affecting things. Because he's talked about inflation, he talked about regulating crypto, which obviously that was going to come. But let's see how long it takes them to figure out how to regulate crypto. And then see what crypto does after that in the U.S. Yeah, so Bitcoin having that little pullback as well. Yeah. Let me see, actually. Let me look at the hour chart. Yeah, I was right when Jerome Powell started talking. Gold still holding above 19. The real estate market did jump above the downtrend, but hit the 200-day moving average, and you can see it's coming back down. So that real estate market bubble very, very, very close to cracking. We're very close to seeing bubbles all over the place pop. Silver still holding 25. Oil's right around 110. Of course, gold holding over. I think I already said that, holding over 19. Okay, sky is still good. Let's see. Is there any altcoins? Oh boy. Yeah. So even though a lot of things are turning red, we got altcoins ripping still. This thing ripped about 40 cents so far. UMA with a nice rip up. Oh man, that thing shot up $3, $4 actually before pulling back. Proppy, this is real estate. This is an NFT real estate platform. That's actually starting to look pretty good too. Adam's still above 30. Yeah, so even though Jerome Powell said what he said, it does not seem to be affecting cryptos that much. You know, Bitcoin and Ethereum getting affected with a little pullback is nothing. We are starting to break 16 here. Are we finally going to go, Sky? I've been waiting and waiting. Been waiting since market open for you to do the thing. Getting the rejection at 16 on this test. We got a little flat top right across there. Oh yeah, let me get back into. See, INDO breaking 24 right now. So probably going to go ahead and see that up to that 25 area. Oh, maybe not. It's still struggling with 24. But it does look like, well, no, I'd say you get to 25. I think it can get to 25. It's looking better on the higher time frame than it is the lower time frame. IMMP getting a little active again. Things are starting to get a little active. SPY was able to bounce off of 435. Very close to not bouncing, but it did bounce. We'll see if it continues to push up. Come on, Sky. Can you break? We'll just draw this downtrend from this point to here. Yeah, that's a more accurate downtrend. See. The Ukraine president seeks direct talks with Putin. Fed Powell says there's a lot we can do to bring demand down without risking damage. Think about that for a second. Jerome Powell thinks he can control supply and demand. He thinks he can control demand. He can control demand. He can bring demand down. Natural law of nature, and this human being thinks he has the ability to control supply and demand. Oh, what a joke. That's why we're in the situation we're in right now. It's because these idiots think they can control supply and demand. And you can't. You cannot control supply and demand. It's natural. It's a law of nature, not a thing that is controllable by man. And then messing with supply of the US dollar and then saying they're going to control demand, well, nothing free about that market. There's no freedom there if that's the case, which it is. Come on, you're trying so hard. You can do it. You got a nice little curl up. Just gotta break 16 hard. Give me a strong break here. Is it singing time? That's another good point too, Orlando. It's not like the government is cutting spending. They're spending more money, so there's more money they don't have. Getting ejected there pretty tough. INDO up 24.50. Looks like it wants to try to get up there. IMPP coming up and testing 250 right now. Pretty much it looks like IMMP and INDO are running together because of oil. And IMPP is starting to break 250. It's at least testing it. Now if it doesn't break here, we're gonna have a little downtrend, so we do need to see a break over that. See, so the SPY breaks back over 436 here. Yeah. Oh no. Trying. Just back above 436 now. Sky, you got 3 minutes. DWAC looking a little sketchy. Hexo still selling off, but hitting the 50-day moving average right now. A bunch of people. I need to actually look at TNXP. A bunch of people are talking about TNXP, and I don't know why. Why it's from 20 cents up to 35 cents, 15-cent run. Let's see how this looks on the daily chart. It's got room about 50 cents. But just going straight up this morning. Oh, they got orphan designation for their drug. But it doesn't necessarily mean anything. However, this thing was so stupid cheap at 15 cents. That type of news definitely could get some action. I may keep an eye on this today. I may look to take a possible little swing on it if it comes back down a little bit. I could swing a little bit of that thing. You are absolutely correct, Orlando. Or at least I think you're correct. I think that there's going to be a short-lived bounce on the SPY. Like you said, it respects the range, and more than anything, it respects the support and resistance. It doesn't do too many fake outs. Oh, let's see. Can you start going here? Let's see what we got going on here. Somebody's messaging or calling me or something. Let's see. Okay. Got the ass back up at 10. Or I'm sorry, at 16. I don't know why I said 10. I'm not even looked at a stock that's $10 today. I don't even know where that came from. I'm gonna flip back over to IND because Sky's gonna put me to sleep. I'll probably end up just holding Sky unless something dramatic happens here in the next, I don't know, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. We'll give the stream another 30 minutes here to see what happens. But with Jerome Powell speaking, it's just kind of got everything going sideways. Besides the SPY being down, but it's still holding 435 at the moment. Jerome Powell, shut your mouth. Stop talking. Oh no. Oh, oh wow. Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. Give me just a second. Now, if we ban oil imports from Russia, we get quite a bit of oil from Russia. We already are not energy independent anymore. That pipeline that Biden's administration shut down in Canada was going to be a big deal, and that caused us to be reliant on the rest of the world for oil. And U.S. and Nancy Pelosi is saying we should ban the oil that we're getting from Russia. So where are we going to get, what are we going to do? Pay whatever Saudi Arabia wants to charge us? And that's what's going to happen. That's OPEC. Gas. let's ban oil imports during a war, that is going on, and if we're going to move our troops and everything over there, we're going to need gas. But let's ban oil from Russia. Let's just get it from OPEC only. Let's just let OPEC have the monopoly on oil in the U.S. Alright, sky's finally breaking out. Get on up there. Do your thing, man. I'm disappointed right now. Nancy Pelosi, I thought you were smart. Well, let me think about this. Let's see. It makes perfect sense. That didn't take long to think about. It makes perfect sense. Nancy Pelosi's probably been in a bunch of oil stocks this whole time, and she knows if we use the war as an excuse to ban oil from Russia, well, then oil stocks go up even more in price. She is a very good investor. She is a better investor than Warren Buffett and most other people, because she controls the rules. She controls the game. So it's real easy to be the best investor when you control the rules of the game. And I don't like Pelosi. I am only just mocking her crazy stance she took on insider trading. And then now she's saying, let's just not get oil from anywhere but OPEC. Let's just be forever indebted to the Saudis. The SPY's still at 435. Looks like we may get a break of 1650 here coming up on Sky. Yeah, come on up here, buddy. Do your thing. Do your thing. Let's go ahead and remove this little downtrend. We broke that pretty much. Can we get a bid at 1650? The ask is way at 16.6. There we go. There's a bid at 16.50. Now we should start moving on up to 17. Yeah. Hal is driving me nuts this morning in his damn live stream. Not looking at Sky. He kept ignoring it. Every time I'd say, look at Sky. He kept looking at the short-term chart and was not looking at this whole uptrend. That's what I was saying. This was a bounce off of this uptrend. We've bounced multiple times off the uptrend, so I was expecting this bounce. And that's why I've been just sitting here just waiting for it to happen. It's like what I said yesterday, or what I was saying about yesterday, how I wasn't patient enough. But Hal was cracking me up. I was yelling at the screen in his chat, in the HH Traders chat. He'd look at it for half a second. Oh, there's no volume. There's nothing going on with this. No, Look at the chart. Look at the chart. Look at the fucking chart. I never thought that that saying would be so relevant and make a good T-shirt, but like, it's not. I didn't even want it to be a say. It's just my. This is how it feels. Just look at the fucking charts. I don't know how end up doing today. I didn't see how he did. So you guys let me know. You know, he's a good trader. He knows what he's doing. He was just focused on other stuff, and Sky wasn't showing him anything right out the gate. But he wasn't looking at the uptrend bounce. So we're close to making a new high a day here. We do need to make that new high a day if we're going to continue on this momentum. We don't want to get stuck at 1671. So, what's that high? Oh no, this is a new high right now. Why is it, my thinkorswim charts are acting funky. What is happening right now? Why is it not showing that new high? Oh well, whatever. We're going on up to 17. INDO is squeezing. It's having some issues. It's, 25 is going to be strong resistance, but it does look like it wants to try to, keep testing it for now. If it doesn't hold up 24, though, it could come back down. Oh, it's showing the high, it's showing yesterday's high, but not showing. It's weird that's not showing today's high. Come on, we need to see a little bit more than that. This is a nice U shape. We can see a little rejection off of 17 so far. Very nice, Donnell. Mike B talking about Safu to the moon. I know I missed that crypto update to look at Safu yesterday, but I still plan on doing that. We still don't have a ton of buying volume yet. If we get a ton of buying volume, it'd be the same as yesterday when that buying volumes came in. It shot up and started ripping dollars. So that's the same thing I'm looking for again, is some more volume, because none of these 5-minute candles are over 100,000. So if we could just get one 5-minute candle, one 5-minute volume bar, with 500,000 or something, it definitely pop up. Curious if it's showing up on anybody's scanners yet. No, this is not showing up on any scanners. Or at least any of my scanners. Let me check that day trade above, though, again one more time. It should be on that scanner. No, it's not on that scanner either. INDO, SPOW. So that'll be when the volume comes in. When Sky starts hitting scanners, if it can break 17 and keep pushing, then we ought to see some nice volume. I don't think a lot of people's watching this at the moment. A lot of people are on INDO. been the hot play all morning, even though it's only moved, Well, that initial ripple's nice. That initial ripple's $5, but all right. Well, we'll just let you continue to do your thing, I guess, Sky, because you're not. It's like we just had that dollar pop on Sky, and it's just chilling out again. Dollar pop, chill. INDO looking like it's going to try to break 25 here, giving it another test. Let's keep an eye on it and see if it can break. Oops. Struggle on 25. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like actually I can move this down. Rarely does this happen, but I gotta adjust the trend line for the downside. That's very close to the spot, but dumping out. IMMP coming back down to, let's see, 250 needs to hold as support now. If that's going to continue to run. If 250 doesn't hold as support, then IMPP will come back down. Alright, INDO coming for another test of 25. Testing it right now. See if it gets a break for you guys who are in this. Another little rejection. Second touch of 25. Being rejected, but we're still testing. Some selling at 290 on the ask. Or 24.90, I should say, not 290. So we see any 24.90s popping up. I've not seen any yet on the time and sells. Here comes probably the final test for the breakout right here. Yep, boom, there it is, up to 25.25. What just whoa, whoa. Did that happen on everybody's platform? Everybody using thinkorswim, let me know if you were watching INDO just now. It just glitched. It shot up to 25.25 and glitched on my screen. If you guys are watching that, and that half a second glitch, it just started dumping. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a rejection off of 25.20 or off of 25, but that was really weird. Like the price just froze. And I don't know if that was my thinkorswim or if that was something weird going on, because that was kind of strange. Just how it kind of glitched there. Must be the Russians. Hey, don't worry about the money left on the table, Donnell. You're doing good. I'm gonna. Oh, you go. Okay, might be. Well, have a good day at work, buddy. I'll be going live on the crypto channel here at 1:30 for Gods Unchained. But I'll try to do a crypto update today. If not, during that God stream, I'll take a look at Safu just in case I'm not able to do the. Well, I was supposed to do the crypto update yesterday, but there wasn't. I was really waiting for today to see what was going to happen because we were still testing those areas, but those main resistance areas that need to break out, and we're still testing them. Ethereum and Bitcoin both have been testing pretty hard until today. SPY's starting to come down again. Oh my gosh, Sky, come on. Oh my goodness. This play is so slow. We're above that previous peak, above that previous body of this candle. I mean, we're bullish as can be on this. Just needs to go. Can you go, Sky? Pull up the deck screener real quick. What deck screener are you talking about? Which one? Dex tools? Is that what you're talking about? Oh yeah, I think it is Dex tools. Let's see, USDT Safu. Jeez, what a move. Wow, I wasn't expecting that crypto to come out that high. I thought this was like a small
with it coming out, I thought it was going to be like under $1. This thing came out at 53 and shot straight up to 90. That was a nice rip, almost doubled in price so far. It's a 1 hour chart. Does have an uptrend. A lot of selling pressure through that 85 area. Right, have a good one, Austin. John, you had the same thing, that little glitch on thinkorswim. That was quite strange. Okay, so it's trying to. So INDO is trying to hold up 24. So if it can hold 24, it can try to make another test for 25. But if it doesn't hold 24 here, it's going to come back down on the trend line. Got 6 minutes on this hour chart to close. If this hour candle on Sky can close around where it's at, as long as it's above 1650, then that's a bullish engulfing candle. You see where the body of this green candle is engulfing this whole little red body. So I believe we're about to bust through 17 here in any second now. I think we're about to see this start hitting people's scanners. As long as we close near 17. Got 5 minutes left. Now if we close breaking 17 or we close over 17, then it's going to be on. See if we're popping up on any scanners yet. Nope, still nothing on that scanner. Nothing there either. So Sky's still not hitting any scanners. Well, I'm telling you, when it hits scanners, if it can get up there to start hitting people's scanners. Okay, come on, let's see. Let's see at 17. Come on, we got to dance it out. We got to get loose here. Get ready for some craziness in case it happens. It may not happen, but, I want to stretch, do little dance moves, so that way, if this does break out, I won't, pull a muscle when I start doing my little dances. So, there we go. Watch Sky dump on me right now as I'm doing all these charades. Because I'm being too confident about it. Pre-sale was like $16. Pre-sale was like 16 launch. Wow. We'll definitely be talking about SAFU on the crypto channel then with that type of move. That type of pre-sale selling out like it did within 35 seconds and then ripping that high so far. Pull back down to 1650. Just a little quicken. Come on, see that buying coming. We got 2 minutes left on this hour candle. 17 is very strong. SPY continuing to rebound. Oh yeah. Now this downtrend is broken on the SPY, so now we have a new uptrend that has started. For the time being. We don't pump stocks here, One Life. You know that. There's no stock pumping. We are stock assassins. We hide in the bushes. Our little samurai blades, waiting for the perfect little setup to walk by. And as soon as that little perfect setup comes, we just hop out and yeah. We're assassins, not pumpers. Ain't no room for pumping here. Oh, you pump stocks? Okay. Okay. At least you're being real about it, One Line. Don't let the SEC see that. Getting so close. I'm looking at that hour chart. We just closed. That the new hour candle is trying to go green. But it is sitting right on the edge. If it starts to turn red, it could pull back down to 16, maybe 1583 at that 10-day. Need to see it push up over the body of this candle at 1670. Or we're going to pull back. Okay, ask is up to 1670. We did get one buy a little bit ago, but not enough over 1670. Come on, let's get going here, Sky. You see right there, it's this close. We're either going to pull back off of this price area of 1675 on this candle, or we're going to start shooting. See, an INDO is down at 23. So now would be a good time for Sky to start going, because it doesn't look like much else is happening at the moment. Is this Hori? No, nothing there. All of that falling down. ISPOW did get over 4. See again, it's our candle below that top of that body, so we gotta see it push back up here real soon. Of course, there's not really any selling volume going on. In the last 2 hours, it's been pretty much nothing but buying, except for a little pullback there. See, TNXP gave up, cracked that trend line, and is selling off. May try to bounce at like this 26, 27 area. to the back up to the trend line at 30, but if it does, that would be a head and shoulders pattern. Head, shoulders, and another shoulders. So more than likely, TNXP is probably done for today. Little drop below 1650 there. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a couple minute break here while we wait to see what this is gonna do, because it is so close to going one way or another. I mean, it is very close. So I'm just gonna take a break and walk away, let my brain settle for a minute. And you guys can see I'm scratching my head and pulling my hair, so I need to take a mental break. I'll be right back.
This thing is still. This guy. Come on, man. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. The SPY is rebounding, it looks like. Still, yeah, it's still going up. Making a little V here. It's about to run in that 10-day at 437.27. Well, wait a minute. Energy price. What? Let me let me read this. What did Powell say? Energy prices will depend on events. Will push up inflation in near term. Also effects on growth. So it all comes down to how persistent energy price is. So he don't have any idea what energy prices are going to do. That's what that means. Because that sentence didn't mean anything whatsoever. And and he's admitting that inflation will push up, even though he was saying, we're going to do everything we can to stop inflation. Now he's straight up telling you inflation's going to push up. Oh boy. To get to the 2% inflation mark, we need help from the supply side. Yeah, maybe stop adding to the supply of currency. Maybe that. Try that. God. This guy's just talking out his ass now. That's scary. That's really scary for the SPY. Jerome Powell's just talking crazy. Energy prices are going to depend on what energy does. You don't say. Thank you, Jerome Powell. All wise, mighty financial guy who controls the money supply. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Those kind words full of wisdom there. Energy prices are going to depend on energy prices. Fantastic work. Fantastic work by the head of our Federal Reserve. Look at the 15-minute chart on this because it's 1 hour. We're still way early. Okay, on the 15-minute chart, we're looking so good. This thing is above everything still. Holding above those EMAs. It just got to get that buying volume to break through 17. Although we have seen more consistent buying volume over the last 45 minutes. We're just not getting very much. Of any volume, for that matter, because still, even that consistent on those last 3 15-minute candles, it's still only like 150,000 in volume. INDO bouncing off that 10-day moving average, trying to hold it right now, but it'll have to re-break 24 to get going. SPY is over 437 now. Did throw a little wick up there to 437.56, close to that 50-day on the 15-minute, but getting some rejection. All right, Sky. Let's see. We got a minute and a half on this 15-minute candle to close. Hard to say if we're going to pull back right here or not to that 10-day. Yeah, because we're still holding 1650.
going into this last minute on this candle. Push up. If this candle can push back above 1672 before it closes, that would be a strong sign, but it looks like it's dojing. We're getting indecision. Well, it's starting to go back a little green here. 45 seconds left. Can you get over that 1670 again? Oh, another little rejection down. What are you going to do? Yes, SPY not able to break over 437 strong yet, still testing. So it's going to close as a doji star. 2 dojis in a row. And this one is as doji as a doji can be. I mean, this is a perfect doji star. Isn't that next candle opening up? What is going on this morning with thinkorswim? That candle should have already been opened. We're 40 seconds in. Oh, I guess because nobody's bought anything yet. Since that... There we go. There's one sell order. Well, still, it's not showing that. We should be showing that close. You bought IR&T on the dip today? Let's see what IR&T is looking like, because I have not been watching IR&T at all. IR&T. Oh, yeah. Did you buy it off of $5? If you got it off of $5, you did good. 70-cent run there off of that support line of $5 that's been drawn out. Of course, $5, a whole number. Big psychological support and resistance line. Not only that, though, let's see. I'm looking at the 15-minute. Let me look at this daily chart. So it does have room up to 850. And well, it's going to have some resistance at 6. And then 650 where this gap would fill at. But it does look like the 10-day, yeah, the 10 days crossed over the 50-day moving average today. So not a bad play there if you got that bounce. Very, very good bounce play off of $5. IMPPB, that was way too many P's. IMPP still holding the support, the uptrend, but testing it at the moment. INDO starting to crack below 23. INDO starting to look like it's done. And the reason why I say it's looking like it's done is because this sloping channel, you know, we kept building higher lows and higher highs. So off of every bounce, you know, we kept moving up. But off of this bounce, we did not continue on up and break 25 to make another high. We got stopped right there at 25 as resistance and pushed back down to that trend line. So it is very, very possible if, it's basically got the 10-day and the trend line there together, but it's very, very possible this thing could see a sell-off here real soon. And it's starting to pull down to the... Excuse me, God, what's going on with me today? Let me drink some water. Said wheat. Let's take a look at wheat. Oh, yeah. Wow. Straight up uptrend on that. Oh, this is a wheat ETF, I believe. Ooh, let's see. Sky pulling back down to 16. Testing that trend line. Or not the trend line, but the 10-day. Still a ways away from the trend line. Yeah, I believe this is a... Yeah, it's a ETF for wheat. So because of inflation pushing oil and all gold and all that stuff up, also commodities, other commodities like wheat, rice, beans, things like that, those are going to go up in price. If inflation's going up, then those are going to go up. So good call there, Lori. A whole dollar move off of this wheat ETF. Lori out here trading commodities now. Wheat. Out here getting that wheat money. That's what I'm talking about. But everybody probably ignored it because they didn't even think about that. As soon as I saw the name, I was thinking in my head it was probably a wheat, some type of wheat stock or something, some commodity or commodity driven stock with that name. And that's exactly what it is. It's just a wheat ETF, so all the wheat stocks probably moving up. Maybe, let's see, was there any, no, it's not showing me what's in this fund. I was hoping to see what's in this fund. Unless it's just strictly wheat. Unless it's the physical fund of wheat and not actual stocks. Yeah, see, there's spot wheat up to $8 a bushel for first time since 2012. Then bread prices going up. Gas going to be $10 a gallon soon. A pack of breads are going to be probably $8 soon. It's going to get uglier and uglier. The only way at this point to stop the inflation from happening would to be raising interest rates to a crazy amount, like 10%. So people stop buying things on credit. But again, even if they raise interest rates like that, the government is still spending money like crazy. So it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't matter. You raising interest rates, like the market needs to crash. It needs to have a correction. It has been artificially held up since 2008. It needs a real hard crash, but they know. Well, the current administration does not want to be the ones in power when a stock market crash of this proportion is going to happen. So remember, this is an election year on top of everything else going on. So we bounced right back up to 1650 on Sky. This thing's just moving so slow. Basically like yesterday, because when did it break out yesterday? It was like almost 12 o'clock, or when it started breaking out. So I'm just going to keep holding it for now. Probably put a stop loss in near or above my entry maybe, but my entry, the trend line is now above my entry. My entry's at 1530, so I'm right below the trend line. So my entry's fine. I can hold this all day as long as it's moving upwards in this trend. Then I'm all good. So, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I will let you guys know what happens with this play in the Discord, or if you join me later on at 1:30 on the crypto channel for the live gods stream and probably some crypto analysis. I can let you know what's happening with it there, if I'm still in it or not. But I should be more active in the Discord today. Oh, and by the way, let me go ahead and put this out here. I failed the Earn a Trade Futures Challenge thing, the evaluation. I failed it yesterday. Now, I could go through and tell you what happened and why I failed, but it's not necessary because it was all user stupid error. But I'm not going to sit here and I could, like I said, I could tell you exactly what happened, but I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm making excuses for me failing to earn a trade. I failed to earn a trade. It doesn't matter why I failed. All that matters is that I failed. However, I will say in that short term of me trading futures, I learned quite a bit, so I'm not upset about failing it. What I did learn is that prop trading can be very good, but depending on the type of trader you are, and this is something me and HH were talking about. We were actually talking about this yesterday, I think. The restrictions on you are really annoying because you're using somebody else's money. And I'm really mixed on prop trading at the moment. Like, Earn a Trade's opportunity, I think, was a pretty good opportunity to at least, spend $75 and test your skills as a trader, learn, about futures and all of that. So, to me, it was worth the 75 to try it, but I'm not going to try it again for now just because I have so much other stuff going on. But I said I think, well, I don't know. I haven't said a bunch of information about it because I've been still trying to learn it. But one thing, well, I don't want to say the reason. Like I said, I'm not trying to make excuses. I don't want to make excuses for me losing because I lost, or I failed, I guess I was to say. Not really lost, but I failed. I thought that the daily limit loss was for realized gains instead of unrealized gains. So I got hit on a play, and of course that futures account is a $25,000 account, but I got hit on the NASDAQ yesterday morning looking for the rebound. Well, I didn't think it was unrealized. I didn't think it would hit unrealized gains, but as soon as it dropped down below that 550 daily limit, it cut me out of the trade and I automatically failed. So it is very, very important if you are going to be prop trading that you follow those rules that they set to the T. Because if you don't, you know, you're going to run into issues like that. So prop trading, I think, has its pros and its cons. The biggest con to me is also the biggest pro to me. Because in real estate, I like to use other people's money. The idea of using somebody else's money to trade futures sounds good too, with that risk of only the 75 or $100, because I could reset the challenge and take it again. It would cost me $100 to reset it, but for now, with everything else going on, I'm not going to try to reset it. But I do want to continue to trade futures. However, after trading futures for this past week with the Earner Trade account, I still like trading cryptos better than anything else, because it's 24/7 instead of 23/6 or 23/7. No, 23/6. Yeah, it is 23/6 for the futures market. It's open 23 hours and 6 days a week. But yeah, the pro and the con of using somebody else, like, because with real estate, you take a loan out to go buy a house, there is going to be restrictions depending on the loan, but you every single day of you owning that real estate, you're not going to have to hit special stipulations to stay in that real estate property. Once you buy it with a loan, it's yours. Even though you're using somebody else's money, the property will be in your name. So the prop trading, you don't have that full control over that money. It's I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I'm very mixed on it. The wheat almost up to $11. Looks like Sky may try to go for 17 here again. I was going to stop the stream, but let's see. Let's give it another couple minutes, see if it's going to test. Because it is right here at it. We're 20 cents away. Oh, thank you, Lori. Yeah, you take care too. I know, Josie. I know you got my back, bud. I know you got my back. Oh, I'm gonna practice for sure, man. Like I said, it wasn't really my. If I told you guys the whole details, it is such a dumb story. Like, it's so dumb the way I failed the account. Like, it is so dumb. I told Josie about it, so he knows. But it's like the dumbest thing. Cause, oh my god. But anyway, it would, if I tell the story, it's going to be a long story and it's going to sound like an excuse. And like I said, I just don't want to be sound like I'm making excuses for failing the challenge, because there's no excuse. I failed in the most dumbest way possible. So it's pretty bad. It was. I'll just put it this way. It wasn't technically because of my trading skill at all. It was because of how dumb I am. Oh, sad face. All right. Well, that did not pop back up to 17 yet, so it looked like it was going to try for a second, but it's still just piddling around that 7, right below 17. So I am going to go ahead and call it. So I will let you guys know how this goes in the Discord. If you guys do want to hear that story, maybe I'll tell it in the Discord or something. But like I said, I just don't want to sound like I'm making excuses because that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, oh for sure. You know, I have my strengths, but my my weaknesses sometimes they're dumb. I'll be the first one to call them out and tell you. That's what I was saying yesterday when we were having that whole big debate about cryptos and all that. And I was like, I don't know nothing about brain surgery, so I'm not going to talk about brain surgery, you know? So it's just dumb. It was really dumb. But yeah, if you guys want to hear it, just message me in the Discord group and say, hey, tell us the story of how you failed to earn a trade, and I'll tell you guys a story on there if you really want to hear it. Because it's just so dumb. It's literally dumb. But I'm not beating myself up. I don't hurt my feelings by calling myself dumb when I do dumb things. You have to accept that as a person. You're not perfect. You're going to do dumb stuff sometimes. Some of us more than others. I'm one of those people. I do dumb stuff all the time. But that's part of being a human. So you can either accept it and laugh about it, or you can ignore it and pretend like it didn't happen or whatever, and try to be super egotistical. Like there's no reason to do all that. If you do something dumb or you say something dumb, I don't see what's wrong with calling it out, especially if you can call yourself out. And that's why I feel comfortable calling Daniel B and One Life and other people out who say things that might sound ignorant to me, because I will call myself ignorant. I will call my own moves dumb. So, if I am not out of range for criticism, then nobody is. Right? Not saying that I'm the end all be all of criticism or anything like that, but what I'm saying is if I can admit my own faults, my own dumbness, my own issues, then I think it's fair when I criticize other people. Now, if I sat up here and ignored, a lot of those mistakes and stuff, then I would feel much more like a hypocrite. But the point of it all is it's all psychology anyway. It goes back into the psychological discussions that we've continued to have. Remember, I've said in the past, you've got to mentally and psychologically discipline yourself and understand your own psychology before you can start using psychology to trade in the markets, right? Because if you don't understand yourself, you don't understand your own psychology, then you're not going to have any idea what the rest of the market is probably thinking. You're just going to be guessing what they're thinking. But yeah. Yeah, well, the futures trading, though, it wasn't any different as far as technical analysis. It actually, futures hold really well with the technical analysis. They hold better than a lot of stocks do, or at least the NASDAQ future. Just like what Orlando was saying earlier, the SPY it respects the range. It doesn't respect anything else really. Well, the SPY is just the ETF, which it's basically the same thing as the NASDAQ futures. Just the NASDAQ futures is going to be like the overall NASDAQ, where the SPY ETF's a little bit more weighted towards tech. But it was, the technical analysis was the same. Like the same technical analysis that I use on stocks and cryptos, I was using on futures, and I was doing just fine. I was doing good until the really, really, really dumbness that happened. So it's definitely a learning curve to futures a little bit, but from a technical analysis side, it's still the same. Like everything that can be charted with candles can be used or it can be read with technical analysis. So it wasn't that. That's why I say it was really dumb. Like it was not particularly a trading mistake. It was more of just a dumb mistake. So, but all right. I'm going to get going, guys. I appreciate all the like buttons and everybody joining me as always. We'll be back in just a little while on the crypto channel. If I don't see you there, then you guys have a great rest of your day. And while Josie's in there, I do want to give a big shout out to Josie for turning me on to earn and trade and really pushing me to take the opportunity, because the one thing, like I said, I learned quite a bit in a small amount of time about the futures market. But if it wasn't for Josie pushing me to do that, I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I would have trusted earn and trade. So I appreciate Josie a whole lot. Everything he's doing, trying to help out. And anytime you see Josie on the channel and he's speaking, you want to listen to Josie. You don't have to take everything he says word for word. Do your own research, of course. But if Josie opens his mouth, there's probably a good chance something valuable is going to come out of it. So, appreciate you, Josie, as always, my good friend. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.
This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering.